This video, oh man, I really don't want to be making this video. I've taken a little bit of break from YouTube because I was doing so well. I didn't want to jinx it, and that's what I did. So this is what happens every time I try a new strategy. I swear, I think it's beginner's luck until I have one of those mega losses or realize how bad something can go. This is what happens every time. So hopefully, this is my plan to actually get back to this and never blow up again. So December, feeling so good. Thought I uncovered the strategy that would save me, and it was unstoppable. All I did was find high momentum stocks that were breaking out, and I would just scalp them all day, and that's what I did. And it literally, I was taking scalps all throughout the day. Stuff was trending so well that on all these green days, it didn't matter what I did. But that isn't every day. And on the 29th, I was at home and stupidly tried to size up. And of course, when I sized up, it was with all the wrong stocks, and I just revenge traded, and I literally wiped out an entire month of work in one day. So, what is my plan? What am I trading? And am I quitting? I'm very close to quitting, but I have not yet for some reason. It felt like I was there. I had it figured out, and then I have these catastrophic blowout days. It just happens every time. So, what is the plan? So, right now, I'm focusing on high momentum small caps, which now, after seeing that red day, they are dangerous because they can pop up high, but they can also reverse really fast. And that's what happened. I got on the wrong stock, went big, didn't have a defined exit, and it killed me. So you can halt up, you can halt down. I mean, this is not an easy thing. So what I'm doing, and again, don't copy me, but I'm finding fast moving stocks. I am using Day Trade Dash, no affiliation with him. I'm not trading his style. He's doing pre-market. But I'm finding stocks. Let's just take this one for example. This is a good example of when it works well. So, and how I think I'm going to do it. So, Ross Cameron, shout out to him. He's bankrolling. Good for you, dude. He's doing pre-market stuff, so he's trying to catch like the very first moves, and that's like 4 a.m. Which requires you to have only to do limit orders, buy and sell the ask. You need really fast execution. And he's using the 10-second chart, which I just does not work for me. I just can't do a pre-market. I've tried. I may try in the future. I'm switching to Webull, which is faster. But you can't set a bracket order, meaning a set take profit and stop. And that is what has killed me every time when I'm up and I don't sell. And these things can knife down. So you got to be in and out quick. So this is an example of what I'm going to attempt to do moving forward after a month of thinking I figured out, and the start of the new year has been terrible since that loss. So let's not erase 30 days of work again. So here's a breakout stock that was found on the scanner. This is the open. So the first thing is I am not trading at the open. I'm waiting a little bit. With futures, I was waiting 15 minutes. With this, I'm waiting at least to see if there's a direction. And all I'm doing, this is at least what I want to do, is using ATR. So what's the range? So it's like what, 0.22? This is how big the move is. I mean, it's actually bigger. And I want to go in on a pullback, but with confirmation of it breaking out. What I did the other day that blew up, or on the good days, is these days were just trending so hard that it didn't matter if my entry was bad because it just kept going. On those days, anyone can make money, and so did I. So for this example, if this comes on the scanner on a 1-minute chart, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this tool just to get a rough sense of what TradingView thinks the range is. So they're saying 53 cents. And so if there's news, if this is a moving stock, I don't know all the float stuff. And really, I mean, this is low float, high volume. I don't know the exact impact of if it's a 1.34 million float versus 7 million. I know less float is more chance for volume, but all I'm trying to do is catch one move off a pullback. So it goes up, pulls back, has to close, and only when this green candle breaks the hot right here on the red, that would be my entry. And what had killed me is I was trying to get huge moves because as soon as I started, I lost some money. I wanted to recover that. And this is my negative feedback loop is once I start losing money, then I want to size up, size up, size up, and it just goes the other way. So he's targeting like 10 to 20 cents and getting in and out in like seconds. I'm trying to have a little more chill approach where I'm going to size down, have a reasonable stop that's always in place. So a lot of stops that these guys use is the bottom of the candle. So that'd be 16 cents. So if we had a 2 to 1, that's a pretty big, that would be a huge win, 32 cents. But if I match the bottom of the candle, 16 cents, that's all I'm trying to do and take enough shares where it's valuable. So moving forward, what I'm going to do, hopefully you can keep me accountable, is really the first thing is I got to make sure I'm trading the right stock. Every time I mess this up, it was the wrong stock. I'll pull one more up. So let's see, because not all these work, and they look really bad when they don't work. So is this the open? Okay, so this one had news in the morning. So really, that's a pretty big sell-off. Where's my EMA? So that's my other thing. I'm not truly an expert or know which stock is the right one. I was in a huge trade the other day, but that's, of course, the one that went massive. I had tiny size. All right, so this is the open, goes green, then rips red. I mean, that rips below 90 EMA, so that should be a no-go. But even if you entered there, so it has to clear the red candle. So I would enter around here. So if we use the tool 35 and 35 cents on each 1-to-1, you would not hit that take profit. That'd be a loser. So that's the other thing that's always killed me is figuring out what is the perfect take profit. Let's see, where's the bottom of that candle? So it's 30. So if you use the bottom of that candle that crossed, wait, sorry, messing this up. It's more like 27, so less than 1-to-1. But that's what I'm going to try to do starting next week. I'm going to take one trade. If this first trade is profitable, and I'm going to have a set take profit and stop. So something like this where it's a set target when I hit enter. I will no longer ever hit enter unless I have a take profit and stop already set. I know he says that's sometimes no good because of stop hunting, but I have to do it. There's no way I can do this without that. So let's bring up one more. TNMG. Okay, so this one. It doesn't look so good. Let's see. So we're below view up. So this is above. How's it doing before that? So the pre-market had this big move. Then the open really wanted above the 9 EMA. And then we need that green candle. Okay, so nope. That did, but you're still below. So you got to have a pullback. So that's your pullback. So from here, again, don't copy this. This is just how I'm trying to modify his style and trade small caps without having to be doing hotkeys and going crazy. So once this next green candle goes above the red candle to close, let's see, that was, that's 2 cent stop if you use the bottom, but I'm trying to use ATR, which is going to be my metric. So this is a 10 cent ATR. So if you just use the ATR, and this is just how I'm trying to quantify. If I was going to do half, so 5 cents with a target of let's say 10. So 2 to 1. That would have been good. So starting next week, I'll record one trade a day. If this trade is green, I will enter again. Same setup. So this would have been the next one. The green took over there. And then it would have been stopped out. Oh, so that's where it's like, do you do one trade or do you keep going? And how do you know you have the really good trade? Last thing I'll say, appreciate you guys staying with me. This stock, I can't believe stocks move this much after only trading futures. It's kind of crazy. ROLR. I actually saw this pre-market, which I never look at stocks, but I happened to be home after dropping the kids off, and it's like, dude, if you just nailed it here, it went from, let's see, this pullback, 780 to 2068. So it's $13. And then I actually traded it up here, and that day was, oh my God, I don't know what candle I went in. But see, these trending ones, you can almost keep buying the dips and just get lucky. But that was a huge one. I mean, the moves were, the ATR was nuts, almost $2. So that's how I would have to adjust. $6. That's huge. Why is it so big? But I would have to use ATR and use like 80 cents or $1 or something. Stop. But I have to go in with stops in place, take profits in place. So that's my plan, is to use high momentum stocks. And really, I got to stop at 11. But if I caught myself just over trading so bad because these things keep popping up. Let's see. SBEV. So this would be something the other day I would trade when I was just freaking out over trading because I was so mad about December. So this one's got some volume. It's got some news. Doesn't sound that great, but okay, so it's got news. So in theory, see, this doesn't look like something I would trade. It's too cheap. There's no volume here. But if I did the same idea, see, it's not really moving. I'd have to wait for a green candle to go above that and then hope. I mean, this is what, 9 cents? So at least I'm going in with stops. At least I know what I'm willing to risk and lose because I've attempted to look at the hotkey really fast styles they do. It's too insane. So that's my plan. I appreciate you guys. Sorry for being on a hiatus. I just was so excited and then so mad that I wiped out this whole month in one day that I needed to take a break and really think about my strategy because it's when I have this one loss. This happened with futures too. I had a sick green month, insane. Honestly, was trading poorly and just getting lucky because the days were just trending. Same thing happened here. So once I know how bad it can go, I feel like I just spiral. So to make sure that doesn't happen again, I'm going in with fixed targets. If it doesn't happen, or if I stop out, that's it. I'm done. No more. But if I win, I can then choose to keep going or not. So let's see what happens here. So I'm in. I'm not actually in, but this would be the theory. I would go in with a market order with a target and stop and see what happens. So the thought is there's the pullback that naturally happens. And then when it breaks that, that's showing a change in momentum. And let's see if it happens. I'll wait one more second. So anyways, and I'm going to try to stop trading by 10:30. So I'll let this thing happen, but subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Let's have 2026 be the year. It'd be great if I can just come in every morning, check the scan, play one clean stock, and just get in, get out, and go on with the day. That's the dream. It's not to sit here all day taking shitty setups. Got to get better quality setups. Have a clear plan, exit. And it is exciting to see those guys like Ross Cameron sizing up and just, it's insane. I don't think I can do that, but I'm going to try. So appreciate you guys. Thank you.